Awesome.
We last time we talked, we hit 650. The next day was 750, then 850, and then yesterday we just hit 1100 for the day.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've noticed that the retargeting ads aren't doing that well.
Okay, let's check them out.
And then everything else is looking pretty good for the Candle Daddy. He upped the ad spend, which is good.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and, is this the retargeting campaign here?
Yeah, it's in here.
All right, go ahead and filter by the retargeting campaign. Do you mind going to the campaign level for me?
Yep. And then just click on retargeting.
Yes. And then, all right. Got it. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and go to the ad level there. Okay. Yeah, everything seems to be fine here. What I would do is I'd go back to the campaign level and switch it to a CBO.
For the retargeting?
Yeah, for the retargeting.
So what do I have to do for that?
Yeah, hit edit, switch it to CBO. You want to switch it to CBO because you just essentially want the budget to move to the best performing audiences automatically for you. That'll improve your results here.
Okay, where the heck do I do that?
Scroll down and then select CBO.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to switch to CBO because those ads already have purchases, they have good cost. You essentially could optimize those yourself, but it's easiest just to let the CBO campaign do it for you. You have to hit publish. It'll choose which audience to put the budget in, which ad. Essentially becomes a lot more automated at this point. So close this out, then go back to the ad set level and look at those audiences again. You only had 2 in there, add to cart 30 and website visitor 30, it looked like. And you had 1 turned off as well.
Yeah.
So for these, what I'd do is I would add another audience that is essentially view content 14 day. So you would make a view content 14 day audience as well.
Okay, gotcha. And to have all those 3 running.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Then go back to your campaign. And then what you do is for your lookalikes here that are at $5, actually scratch that, go to your interest audiences. Those are double the cost of your lookalikes. So just go to your interest real quick and go ahead and do the last few days because like you've been scaling up the results recently. So let's just double check to make sure that the candle's reflecting those good costs that you have. And they are, perfect. So they're at a 4.26, so that's exactly what we wanted to see. So yeah, you're fine to leave this alone.
Okay, so basically we'll just leave everything, nothing you would change?
Yeah, no, because look at the cost, it's the lowest now.
Yeah, exactly, everything's getting better.
Yeah, you're just gonna add more audiences to your retargeting, which will fix that, which will offset that cost and bring it down to the $4.
Okay.
I told you very early on that it's very reasonable to expect to be under $5. You're under 5 on most of these audiences now. Your retargeting should be doing better.
Right.
Once you add those audiences, it will. And then essentially, you're good to continue scaling. Have you already maxed out on budget?
Well, yeah, we were doing 83 a day. Now he's doing 200 a day. And
okay,
so,
are you maxed out?
I could probably get more budget if things just keep going well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tell him you're ready to double again.
Okay. And he asked if we should start creating new ad sets for different scents.
If he doubles it, then the answer is yes.
And you would just run one other, you think?
Wait. Did you say other scents?
Yeah, so he has these nuts. Maybe he wants to do,
Oh no. Other ad sets. We'd run other ad sets.
but not different.
Um, no, we'd put if he doubles it, we'd put 50% of the budget towards what's working. Then we'd
Mhm.
take the other 50% and put it towards testing new ad sets. If he wants to test new SKUs, then he needs to triple his budget.
Okay, because he's got like Christmas ones he wants to probably launch in 3-4 weeks. So he doesn't
Yeah,
know.
so like we need a double budget now, then we need to get some more budget here pretty soon for those SKUs.
Okay, gotcha. Um, so all right, that doesn't require that much work. Okay, then the other one is the Bada Bean, which has been doing pretty shitty. We're getting some content tomorrow for it, but I just think it's the content that's not there.
Yeah, let's oh, no purchases at all.
Not in the last few days, no.
Okay, go ahead and go to the ad level.
I scaled back a little bit because we were spending a lot and not getting anything.
Yeah, so are you required to only target New Jersey?
No, but I remember when we got on the first call, you said to do that because majority of the buyers are from New Jersey.
Yeah, they were. But that's clearly not working here.
Hmm.
Um, I would pull back. I would switch strategy to going open audience for like US and then have specific targeting.
For each one.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
So
yeah, because one of the videos he has is with Furio now, so I just launched that on Friday. Um, and so I was just targeting New Jersey for those. And the lookalikes one was doing the worst.
yeah, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go back to ad set level. You're gonna scale back these from 15 and you're gonna put everything to $5 daily each. You'll test more ad sets and you'll do the audiences where it's US based,
Hmm.
and you're going to test more coffee audiences to start before you start going any further. And then do for the ads, just make sure that it has the branding in there and that it follows the same outline. Um, Simple's better in most cases. You know, the one that's converting best in your other ad account is the
Right.
white background. Simple is really the best. So the more simple, the better. You can literally just pull an image off of the site. That's what I do.
Of like the K cups or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, 100%. Without a doubt, that would work.
You think I should be running these ads to a specific product for the K cups, or do you think I should just do it for the shop pages? All these are set up for just the shop coffee page.
Never go to the shop page.
Don't do that.
Never. Are you doing that in the other ad account?
No, those are going right to the D's nuts.
Mm, well, there you go. There's your answer.
To run them to a specific page.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay,
Go
I'll
ahead and
work
do
on
that.
that
That'll
today.
fix that. That'll fix that entirely. As soon as you direct them to the page, all of that will come through.
Okay. So you think the candle day I should be doing 400 a day or 300 a day at least?
Uh, 1,000 daily would be a good starting. But yeah, if he's comfortable doing it in increments, yep, double it, 400 daily. If that's going well and he wants to add more SKUs, throw in another 200, take it to 600. If he wants to really start moving, we need to go to 1,000. Then after that, we need to continue going from there.
Okay. Yeah, because he's launching Santa Sack in about 3 weeks, so
Yeah,
be a good one.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That ad account has so much opportunity to scale. There hasn't even been anywhere near the number of audiences that could be tested. Those audiences haven't even been scaled out. We haven't even fully maximized the current ones. We haven't even really fully built out that retargeting yet for that other ad account. There's really, with those results, you're really just seeing the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's a huge portion of sales that you could be cracking right now.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he was so on board to double the budget right away because he saw how the results were going. And now,
Look, text him, tell him you're ready to go to 1,000 daily. If he says, is that, are you, if he's like, okay, cool. If not, then say, all right, we need to double then. And then if he's fine with doubling, double.
yeah, because if we're getting 4x return on what we're doing the last few days, then there's no point, no reason why it wouldn't, you know?
Yeah, I don't think that's any money to that. So I don't think he'll be worried about it at all.
Okay. All right. And then Wednesday, I should have the computer ads ready to go with that. So we'll look at that.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, nice. Congrats on those results so far, and then just restructure this one here.
Okay. We'll do. All right. Thanks,
All right.
Chase.
Thanks, Michael.
Hello?
Tavina.
Yes, Tobena. Nice to meet you.
Tavina. Hey, how are you?
Good. So, this is my first call, so I gotta share my screen, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. You can share your screen.
The direction to do that. Oh yeah, I see it right here. Good looks. All right, so so my first question is, and I'm sure you get this one a lot. This is a relatively new account I just started, with Facebook
Okay.
ads, for an e-commerce business, and I'm stuck at 250 a day, and I've been very profitable. Let me see if I can move this out of the way. Over the past, few days with these campaigns, it's been profitable. So I reached out to Facebook, and they made it seem like there was a way, but they were talking about increasing my account spending limit rather than my daily spend limit. So is this something I have to just wait for and then it'll automatically increase, or is there something I can do to sort of move this forward a little bit?
Yeah, so right now you said you had a spending cap.
Yeah, so right now it's capped at 250 a day.
Like
Like,
you're not able to scale above that.
yeah, for example, I'll let you see right here. So uh yesterday 250, the day
Oh,
before
okay.
250. So it's stuck at
Oh,
250 a day.
okay. How long has this ad account been running?
Since September 15th, September 14th.
Can you confirm that?
Yes, that's right now. Okay, yeah, a little bit before then. Let's see. Yeah, so it started on September 13th there.
Okay. So there's a 15-day cap that'll happen on accounts from when they start if you're new onto one.
Okay.
So 15 days from the 13th actually does come out to today. So if you're
Oh,
not able to scale past 250 tomorrow, then what you do is you contact support, but you should be able to. Like after the 15 days, these things always open up.
okay.
It's just to prevent people from essentially hijacking ad accounts and scaling up super quickly. There's a 15-day rule. So since it's been 15 days exactly today, as long as you're able to scale past 250 tomorrow, you're good.
Okay. Appreciate that. I had one more question about retargeting. I have these campaigns set up. I initially launched interest testing, and I since scaled that one back, and I have a proven asset that I have running for a majority of the budget because it's doing well. Now
Okay.
for retargeting though, I have two set up in the CBO. I have add to cart and I have content view. Now, my question was, is what kind of language needs to be used in the copy to be most effective? I'm making it obvious that I know they, added to Carter, they've been to the website, but the
Yeah,
numbers
which one is your retargeting?
right here.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Are you using the same ads?
No, no, they're not the same ads.
Oh,
I could
okay. Do that. Just put your same ads in here.
same ads,
Yeah.
and so that won't affect the No, no, I think about it like this. Things. Same ads, different copy, etc. Just like that. Do you
No,
ever?
just take your best ads and put them in your retargeting.
Okay, that
And
makes
it'll work.
okay.
Because if it's working in cold, then it's surely going to work better in retargeting.
Then these ones that aren't even proven.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. While I have you, just one question I had about scaling. I know I'm capped at 250, but let's say, hypothetically, I'm able to move past that point today. As far
Mhm.
as launching new assets goes, this product is doing really well in the USA and Germany. However, Germany has higher, costs associated with cost of goods and shipping.
Sure.
So essentially, I'm looking to scale more into USA, which is why I launched this asset right here,
Okay.
on this campaign right here. So the question I have is, when this is based on content view, does it make sense to start testing, more of those special type of custom audiences? Let's say um, visitor by time spent and stuff like that, or
Uh, that one's US. That one there.
yes, in the
The
US.
250.
So the 250 budget one a day is a compilation of the best performing assets it's not strictly US. The
Okay.
ones that are US are I'll just expand this out so you can see it. The ones that are US are this one. This is page view, and then this is content view. I just launched this one today.
Okay. Yeah, there's no need to go to advanced lookalikes yet. You still have a lot of lookalikes to do for what I do is I would do engagement lookalikes as a start for the US one, like Facebook page engagements, Instagram page engagements as a start there. 1%, 30-day. That'll get you good cost.
Okay. All right. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's essentially all I had. So I appreciate it. When it comes to active cards, I know there's no exact one size fits all, but what's the rule of thumb or so for this audience size before you can move into that? Because I'm around 250 right now. I know I got to push it.
250 added cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You could start there. I mean, ideally it's 1,000 plus, but you can do it 100 plus. It
Okay.
gets better as it goes up. But I mean, if you're at 250, yeah, that could start working.
Okay.
But
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I would say the engagements are going to be a good start first, and then add to carts would be your next bet.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. I'll be on the call Wednesday. Hopefully, I can move past there. I'm start running into new issues. But I appreciate the help.
Awesome. Great questions. I look forward to it.
All right.
All right. Thanks. Steve, you've been unmuted.
Hey Chase, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great.
Awesome.
There we go. Perfect. Can you see my screen?
Sure can.
Awesome. Well, so I got a couple questions kind of about scaling here, in particular scaling our control audience. So you can kind of you can see it's been super
It's doing
interesting
well.
because like props to Facebook, I guess our control audience has outperformed everything else. Outperformed any of our lookalike audiences and everything. So essentially what I've done is I'm trying that route of 10xing the ad spends. First of all, I mean, is it cool to do that 10x ad spend just with a control audience? Is there any reason not to do that?
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it?
No, turn it off.
Okay, cool.
Scale
So
by
don't,
20%. Yeah, scale by 20%.
okay.
And then watch it for a few days, like 2 to 4 days, and then scale by another 20%. Watch it 2 to 4
So,
days.
so do you only want to do that 10x ad spend if you're like with a lookalike audience?
No,
Or that
don't do it
5 to 10?
anymore. They're
Okay.
phasing that out
Oh, okay, cool.
because
But
the
can
overlap and
I,
all that becomes a problem now.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and shut this off. So just take this control okay, where is it? So this one now. So just take
Yeah.
this control audience. Yeah, because that is interesting, because if you look at the last 7 days, this hasn't really done anything, probably because all the ad spend went here. And it did okay. We
Yeah,
didn't lose
exactly.
money, but
It drained it out. That's exactly what happens.
okay, cool.
Okay, click on that one you scaled. Well, I don't even know what just happened, but I didn't even know you had that one activated. So go to the ad level on that one. Okay, do this week.
This last 7 days.
Yeah, this week. Just
It's
choose
last.
one. No,
It's
no.
last 7 days.
Can you choose this week though? Just this week? As the select column, it says under last 30 days, it says this week.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Okay, so 0.93. Okay.
I was probably going to turn this guy off anyways, because this is the only, actually the control audience is the only audience that this ad performed well in. These 2 ads performed well in all of our audiences, so I was probably going to turn this guy off anyways
Do
in
today.
this ad set. But
Okay. And then just do last 3 days. Sorry, I'm trying to get a better idea
no,
of
you're
what's
good.
going on in this one.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Okay. Go to your ad set level. So I would say you could reactivate this one since it was already active. And rather than keeping that other one because it's spent I think you showed me like 190 it was and had nothing, or 120.
In the last 7 days.
Yeah, because my assumption was you hadn't even activated the 10x. This totally changes it now. It's actually not worth turning that one back on because you kind of already duped out the process of that even working.
Okay.
So turn it off.
Turn this one off.
Yeah, so turn that one off. Then you're gonna change the daily spend on this one to half of what it is.
Okay. So change this daily just to 150.
Yeah, just to see. And if it starts,
Okay.
if the ROAS is higher on that one over the next few days, good, keep it. If not, then scale it down to $50 and try to restabilize it.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and turn this guy back on.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to scale a little bit slower going up again.
Okay, cool. So with that, so Facebook's kind of phasing out, like basically just how the algorithm is working with that, bumping, like doing that 5 to 10x. It's just not performing the same way it used to.
Not when they're both on. Not when they're both on.
Okay, so just keep an eye on this over the next couple of days. Should I go ahead and apply the like 10 to 15% scaling rule to this, or kind of just leave it as is and then?
No, yeah, because it's not stable yet. So just watch it for now.
Okay.
Then
Cool.
what I do is, yeah, so that, and then you might be good to test more audiences as well with your best performing ads.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So
smaller micro budgets, like 20 daily each, and do a bunch more.
A bunch more. So when your other lookalike audiences, so are there other?
Yeah, you could do like engagement lookalikes. You could do. I would start there. Engagement lookalikes.
Cool. Okay, so then for that scaled one, so we're at 150 now a day. So keep an eye on that for a couple days. And then if it does stabilize, so what is today, Monday? So maybe Wednesday or Thursday. If it does stabilize, would you
scale it
up to like how much more? Because how is it?
20%.
Because I don't want to reset the learning again and stuff like that.
Yeah, 20% is the most you can scale without resetting a learning phase.
Okay. And then, but if it hasn't stabilized yet, go down to 100 or go down to 50, or what do you think?
Yeah, if it's not doing any good, then go down to 50.
Okay. And then I guess the last question just on that would be, so if this, if it doesn't stabilize, just keep lowering ad spend until we can get it back to the place that this audience, right, the original control audience was doing.
Yep.
Which was when that was active. So over before we turned on the other one, yeah, this was doing a 4x.
Exactly.
On
Yeah, that's doing great.
it was at a 30 at that time. This was at a $30 a day ad spend. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically just kind of like scale this down until we get back to a
Yeah,
normal ad spend, and then scale up
exactly.
20% every, how often would you say?
Well, if it's going great, you could do it every 48 hours.
Okay.
But to be err on the side of caution, you could do every 4 days.
Okay, 20% every 4 days ish. Okay, cool. Perfect. And then
Yeah.
there's no real way to scale control audiences horizontally, right? Because it's not, I mean, it's not like you can like a page view 30-day or something like that where you can, instead of the 1 to 2%, target the 2 to 3 to.
No.
Okay.
No. The good thing is that the thing is, if you're getting a 4 in the control, it just tells us that you're not targeting audiences better than the algorithm. And
Totally,
that
yeah.
means that you have some opportunity to find some audiences better than what you have now, which is why I
Yeah,
brought
for
up
sure.
testing. So you could find some more engagement lookalikes to start with and go from there.
Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome. And let me check. I think that was for horizontally scaling the lookalike audiences. I know there won't be any overlap in like the 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, etc. audiences, but are we going to run into any problems of overlap when maybe in the 2 to 3% lookalike audiences we're testing 30, 60, 180 days? Will like those 3 audiences overlap? Does that
Yeah,
make
there'll be
sense?
some
Like,
overlap. Yeah, there'll be
okay,
some overlap. But if you're going to have them in a CBO, then you'll eventually switch the budget to CBO and there won't be as much of an overlap
okay, cool. Okay,
because the budget will be shifted automatically for you.
okay, great.
So
Awesome.
let me
And then,
rephrase. There's going to be the same amount of overlap. The only difference is whenever you're on a CBO, the system's going to move the spend based off where it can get the lowest cost per conversion. So it intentionally avoids paying higher in this case.
okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I don't know the best way to type that, but that makes sense to me. That's great.
Cool.
And then the last thing would just be, is there any reason like so we've got basically 3 ads that like have performed the best across all of our audiences and everything. Is there any argument for like paring that down to just like running one ad in every audience, or if all 3 are performing well, leave all 3? Or does that make
No,
sense?
do you have, yeah, only if you have an all-star player out of the 3. Like, do you
Cool.
have like the Michael Jordan out of the 3 ads? If not, then you're going to always run your 3 ads.
Okay, cool. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, unless one, yeah. I mean, there definitely is like if we jump into this
So like
this
if you have
audience.
3 good ads, then you have a solid team. But if you have
Yeah.
like one, Michael
Yeah.
Jordan that literally just dominates, then essentially you could get away with running that one ad.
Okay, cool.
So in this case, actually, better yet, I would turn off that top one and keep the 9.45 and the 6.8 in that case. But obviously this audience is off. But
Yeah,
how long has this one been off?
say that again.
How long has this one been off?
Since Wednesday. Last Wednesday.
Mm.
Or no, this one was on. We just turned this one off. It just wasn't getting any purchases because we turned this 10x ad spend one on Wednesday.
Okay, gotcha.
So my question with like, I'll go back in here. Obviously, I know this one's still off, but just to look at these. So like this ad, this one that you said to turn off is actually our best performing ad across other audiences. And like my question is, it'll actually be better if we look at a longer time
only
period.
in ad sets that aren't working.
But my question is like, okay, so yes, this one, like this ad set is getting a much higher ROAS, but Facebook is putting much more ad spend towards this one. Does that mean
I think
that,
your screen froze.
oh, did it? Can you,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
so the one that you were saying turn off has actually gotten much more ad spend from Facebook, lower ROAS, but maybe it's getting better just engagement. Like, do you think it's still best to, because the other one's got a higher ROAS, just go ahead and just target that one?
Yeah, it depends on your goal. If your goal is a higher
Mhm.
ROAS, then you certainly would turn off that one. Now, the spend is not substantially higher. We're talking $30
Yeah.
at most. If it was
Mhm.
like $500 to 95, I would, without a doubt, tell you don't turn it off.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think, I
But
don't
in
know
this
if
case,
this
you can get
will
away
help
with it
looking.
because look
I
at the
don't
one
know.
below it. Look at the purchase conversion value compared to that one on top.
Yeah.
I don't care if that one spends even half of what the other one spends. Good. It's
Mhm.
still tripling it's still 9xing the ROAS. I mean, the return. It's
For sure.
huge, huge gains.
And if you look at it, this is with the $300 a day. Yeah, this same ad right here is still, it was
Yeah,
actually getting a lot of the budget, but this one was getting almost double the budget, but only doing 0.9. So looks like this is kind of our winner right here. So I might just shut these two off and let this guy run.
totally. So
Because
what
this
you need
one's
to
doing
do
well,
is,
but it's not getting any ad spend.
yeah, no way. You need to be testing more audiences with these 3 ads only because there's a lot of opportunity to get you a higher ROAS. And I do it at 20 daily each. Just start steaming through some lookalikes, turn them off if they're not working, keeping those 3.
Okay.
And you bump your ROAS a good amount. And it'll get your budget up too, because if you're wanting to scale more, that's one way to do it. And you're going to find
Okay,
more
cool.
opportunities because if you had a control audience at a 4x, then it just tells you that there's audiences out there that could be doing better.
Okay, love that.
And then future learnings for you, just don't kill an audience by 10xing the spend on it anymore. It just doesn't work unless
cool.
you turn off the audience when you do it. But in that case, I still wouldn't because the value of just scaling one that's already working is better than 10xing one.
Okay, cool. That's great. Awesome. Thanks, Chase. That was everything I had.
Sweet. Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out.
Absolutely. Talk soon.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thanks, Steve. All right, if there are any other questions, go ahead and ask your questions in the question box and you'll be unmuted. Hey, Sydney, you've been unmuted.
Hi, yes. Can we screen share, please?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we upped our budget on all of these ads that we have, or campaigns, should I say, that we have going on right now. Do you think that was a good decision? And if you would, do you have any suggestions if we should up or lower them?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Okay. Can you hear me? I'm in my.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, it was just a bit cutting, but now it's working.
Oh no, that's okay. All of these campaigns, we upped the budgets. I wouldn't say significantly, but more than we usually do. And I just want your opinion on if we should leave them or up them even more.
Okay. Which ones did you up?
All of them.
By how much?
They were all about around $25 to $30, and we upped them to 50, 50, 60. We can focus
When
on
did
the
you do that?
top 3. Saturday evening.
Okay. And let's do from Saturday evening to today then, so we can see what that looks
Gotcha.
like. So the only one I would scale further is the September 18 new arrivals.
Okay. Any suggestions on that, or just whatever we feel comfortable with?
To confirm if it makes sense to scale it or not, do yesterday.
yesterday.
Okay, do today. Wow, that is quite the difference. That's at 19x ROAS today. I wouldn't scale it yet.
Okay.
I would wait until tomorrow and then scale it to 70
Okay.
just as a start, because if this holds, if these numbers are decreasing in cost, then theoretically you're going to see a big improvement in purchases. This looks really good here. When you're
Okay.
at 8x today, which is phenomenal.
That's great to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really good. Those there towards the bottom.
The lookalike one. Is that what
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the last 3 days again.
Okay.
Okay. Do last 7 now for that September 3. Let's just look at that one because that one looks like one that might not be any good.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's not doing too well. What is this?
Okay.
You could scale that one down to $10, honestly.
Okay.
And you could take that $10 and if you go ahead and do the last like 3 or 4 days again and just see what's going on with these numbers. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that one there at the bottom, it is broken out in terms of ROAS. I mean, it's jumped up to a 5x and it's going up. So you could scale that one to 40.
Great.
Quite honestly, you could probably take that one to 50 if you wanted to.
Okay. Perfect. That's actually the one, the whole campaign from the class that we had just almost completed.
Nice.
Your
Yeah, that was looking
class,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah, that
Also,
one's
I wanted
improving.
to ask, all of these 3 and the lookalike, they are, I guess my main question is, will we wear out this lookalike US 1% purchase?
No.
No, we will not. Okay,
No, because it auto-populates and changes.
great. So we never have to worry about that because that's our best audience. So I just didn't know if using it for every campaign would be too much.
Oh, it's in every campaign?
Pretty much. Like, I'll show you.
Okay, yeah, you could wear it out. It's
Yeah,
very possible.
that's what I'm wondering. So like these, the ad sets here, this one, and that one. So I guess that, what is your suggestion? Maybe don't use it every time.
So a good strategy is you could have this one audience in its own campaign as a standalone. And every single time you have a release, you upload the new ads in there.
Okay. Okay. So separate.
And you just keep adding the new ad. Yeah, separate campaign. This really works for boutique studios and getting 8x, 11x, 14x plus.
Great.
Every time you have a new release or new arrivals, you just add those ads into that exact ad set. You never have to worry about overlap.
Okay, perfect. So lookalike the
Yeah.
1%, make its own campaign and just keep adding the different ads.
That's correct.
Perfect. That answers my question for that. One last question, and then I'll be done. The warm audience campaign, do you have any suggestions on new audiences I should try for this one?
Oh, yeah. You need
Yeah.
to be doing 30-day add to cart, 180-day purchase, 14-day view content, 30-day page engagements,
And
all of
not the
those, all
lookalikes,
of
like
the above,
actual,
custom audiences.
yes, like so not lookalike audiences, actual 30-day add to cart, etc.
That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
that would fix this entirely.
Well, and I did have a retargeting ad that we turned off, and it had most of that, and it just wasn't doing too well. Let me see.
Just go ahead and add all of the best performing ads into that one for the warm audience.
Okay, gotcha. So just new ads.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you. That answers all of my questions for today.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, if there are no other questions, we'll go ahead and conclude this week's live Facebook Ads Expert Mastery Weekly Q&A call. If you haven't already, sign up for Wednesday's call, and I will see you then.